So I wanted to talk a little bit about mindfulness today. Don't go running off because I know some of you have had difficult times with it, and I wanted to say a few things that I don't think you've ever heard before. Um, One of them, just right off the bat, you may have heard, but may not have believed because of the challenges of it, and that is that mindfulness can give you amazing experiences in life, of life. Astonishing, out of this world. Experiences of freedom, of happiness, of depth, of wisdom. Incredible. Doesn't happen all the time, but they're there. They're there. And the more you fine tune your practice, the more you strengthen your practice, the more you find them. But that isn't the one that I think is. I mean, most people have heard that somewhere, maybe, or maybe they just think it's to reduce stress and to gain focus, and that's what you read a lot in Google and other kinds of searches. Um, Gosh, it's so much more than that. And if you go back in the literature, you find that people aren't talking about reducing stress and getting better focus. They're talking about these amazing experiences of wisdom, of truth. But what I don't see talked about much anywhere really is what I think mindfulness really is, and it's where the happiness and the freedom and that come from, and that is mindfulness is overwhelmingly about, and really the practice directly is a practice toward the mastery of the present moment. That's an incredible thing, if you think about it. It's the only moment we've ever experienced happiness in. It's the only moment we've ever experienced freedom in. It's the only moment we've ever experienced anything in. And we spend all our times going out after this or that and the future or the past. But these experiences are really what life is about. It's not what we study when we go to school. In fact, school can often slowly deaden that experience. Did for me. I mean, much as I loved what I learned, I loved it. But it lessened and lessened the experiential nature of things that I intuited as a child. I knew as a child. Anyway, mindfulness is about the mastery of the present moment. And as I alluded to at the beginning, it ain't easy, right? You sit down, you think, oh, I'm going to go for this now. He said it's about freedom. I'm going to really get it. All right, so you sit there, you close your eyes, and then you might hear a ping on your phone, right? Or you remember something that you forgot to do. And maybe it's a text, or nowadays it's a text or an email or a message or something. And immediately when you pull out your phone and get going on it, right? So you're sitting there and you're getting this intense experience. It might be an experience of guilt, of excitement, of frustration, of urgency, definitely of urgency. I mean, I get those feelings. Even now, I'll get them, even though I've practiced for 50 years, and for a lot of time, each day, and I'll get those experiences too. And you feel like you feel like jumping out of your skin. You feel like there's a fire alarm going on all around you, and you got to do something. The best thing you can do is just sit there. That's the thing, we get called away by what we think is urgent. And then we lose the possibility, even the remote possibility, of developing inside of ourselves consistently, sustainably, organically, authentically, our own nature, our meaning, what is profound. Mindfulness does that. Mindfulness brings us, because it brings us to the present moment. The universe is filled with present moments. We are filled with present moments. How many of them do we really experience? Do we really know? So here's the thing. When you're feeling like you're busting out of your skin and you can't stand it anymore, that's actually what I think of as your cutting edge. That's the place where you haven't done the work yet, right? You're going to get called there again and again if you don't do the work. So when you get called like that, it's time to do the work. And that means sitting with it and keep returning. Usually we're returning to the breath at the nostrils or at the belly. Just keep returning. You keep coming back. A lot people think because they might hear, hey, you get free, you get happy, you get all these profound things. They might think that you arrive at a place, like you get to paradise, and mindfulness isn't like that, and life isn't like that. What mindfulness is about returning. I mean, the great secret of it is returning, not staying. You can get states where you stay for a while, but it's the returning that delivers the power of it, the freedom of it, because it's delivering a new moment every time you return. So when you're sitting there feeling like you can jump outside of your skin and you can't do anything but hold on to that text message that you really wish you were getting onto and doing, let go of it and return. You may practice. I like recommending practicing for 20 minutes at a time. Some people are saying, oh, just do it a few minutes here or there and it'll help. Well, it'll help. But if you want to really gain mastery at the moment, you want to do something like 15, 20 minutes at a time. And so there's time to keep returning. And it may be that only once do you really feel like you actually land in the present moment in the whole 20 minutes. Well, that's a victory. That's a victory. Right there and then you have said to this, neurosis, this cutting edge that you have, nope, I'm here. I'm the one in charge, not you. And I'm going to sit here because I know that I'm going to be free. I'm going to become free. Each moment is there. In my most recent book, I talk about 3 domains of freedom. And the first one is each moment is yours. Let's live them. Let's live them. All right, I hope that helps some of you that are struggling to actually do a mindfulness practice. It's the most incredible thing I've done in my life. I feel like I owe everything to it. I certainly owe happiness to it. I owe my experience of freedom to it. I owe the things I've accomplished, the books I've written. I think the person I've become in my family and to my friends and colleagues. So hang in there. It's incredible. It's a good thing. It takes hard work. It's a good thing.